I still remember the first time I saw her, the girl who would change my life forever. It was a crisp autumn morning, and the school courtyard was bustling with students. Amidst the chatter and laughter, my eyes were drawn to her, standing by the old oak tree, her head buried in a book. Her presence felt like a melody that instantly captivated my heart. As fate would have it, we ended up in the same music class. Her name was Lily, and she had the most enchanting smile that could light up even the darkest corners of the world. She was a gifted pianist, and her fingers danced gracefully over the keys, producing a symphony that seemed to speak to my soul. I mustered the courage to talk to her one day after class. Nervously, I asked her about her favorite piece to play on the piano. Her eyes sparkled as she shared her love for Chopin's Nocturne in E-flat major. From that moment on, we found ourselves practicing together, sharing laughter, and forming an unbreakable bond. As the days turned into weeks, our friendship blossomed into something more profound. We were inseparable, and every spare moment was filled with laughter and music. We would spend hours at the park, lying on the grass, gazing at the clouds, and talking about our dreams and aspirations. But as with any love story, challenges emerged. I noticed that Lily seemed to hide something behind her radiant smile, a sadness she tried to mask. It was clear that there was more to her than met the eye, but I didn't want to push her away by prying. One rainy afternoon, as we sat under the shelter of the oak tree, the truth finally unfolded. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she confided in me, revealing the heartache she had been carrying for years. It was a tale of lost love, of a past that had wounded her deeply. I held her close, assuring her that she was not alone anymore, and that I would be there to heal her broken heart. From that moment on, our bond deepened, and our love flourished. Our passion for music bound us together, and we created melodies that spoke of love, loss, and healing. Our love story was like a symphony, with highs and lows, but always filled with harmony. As we approached our final year of high school, the future loomed before us, uncertain and daunting. Lily was accepted into a prestigious music school in another city, while I had a scholarship offer for engineering at a university nearby. The thought of being separated tore at our hearts. One evening, as we sat by the piano, I composed a piece for her, a love letter in melody. With trembling hands, I played the notes that conveyed every emotion I felt for her. As the last chord resonated, I looked into her eyes, and she knew that my heart belonged to her. "I love you," I whispered, my voice filled with vulnerability and devotion. Her tears glistened in the moonlight as she whispered back, "I love you too." The following weeks were bittersweet, knowing that our time together was limited. But we made every moment count, cherishing each laugh, every touch, and every shared heartbeat. The day of her departure arrived too soon. Standing at the train station, our fingers entwined, we promised to stay connected despite the distance. With tears in our eyes, we kissed goodbye, knowing that our love would endure. As the years passed, our love endured the test of time and distance. Through letters, phone calls, and occasional visits, we never lost sight of what we shared, the symphony of our love story. Finally, on a beautiful spring day, I stood outside the concert hall of the same prestigious music school where Lily had pursued her dreams. She was performing tonight, and it was a surprise visit I had planned for months. As I entered the hall, the music soared, filling the room with enchantment. Lily sat at the piano, her eyes closed, lost in the melody. With each note, I could feel her heart pouring into the keys. As the final chords played, the audience erupted into applause. Lily's eyes scanned the crowd, and when they met mine, she gasped in disbelief. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she rushed into my arms, and the crowd cheered at the reunion of two hearts that had longed for each other. "I never stopped loving you," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I never stopped loving you either," I replied, holding her close. From that moment on, our love story continued, a symphony that would be played throughout a lifetime. For in each other's arms, we found our melody, a melody of love that transcended time, distance, and hardships. And so, our love story became a reminder to all that when two hearts are connected by music and passion, no distance can ever truly separate them. Love finds a way to bridge the gaps, creating a harmony that echoes through eternity.